compliance is actually a partner in product design, product implementation, market access, then a post facto checkbox, function. So, what do you think? I mean, have you seen this? Do you have a view on this? And in the new world, how some of this is going to change the role of a compliance officer?
Absolutely. I always say that there are certain functions which lie in every department, like HR, like finance. So compliance is also joining that team, frankly. So, see, India, I have seen, because we all have studied laws of India, and I hope Pavitra and Srinivasa will agree. We have seen transition of laws first from micromanagement of activities to principle-based, and then coming back to micromanagement. A very recent example is the NFRA circular on those charged with governance. So now we have been doing. While I was reading the circular, I was saying we have been doing this. I mean, what is the new thing that has been told here? But the new thing was only the documenting part of it, creating a framework. So now, when you mention about other departments, when you're saying partnering with the production teams and as compliance team, so for a listed company, we have to give a certificate. The managing director has to give a certificate on a quarterly basis to the board that the company, the entire organization, where even the local municipality laws are also applicable, he or she says that yes, my company is fully compliant. Now, no comments on that, but how confident are we is the thing we all know in our hearts. So I would say the thing is that we as compliance officers are always endeavoring towards creating a more robust system, where you're actually saying that we partner with those departments because they are the ones who understand the principles behind the law. While we can tell what is the execution part, what is the action part, or the filing part, but for our domains, like Pavitra said about FEMA or companies act, securities laws, all these things, we can say, okay, this is the principle behind it. But when we say, suppose boiler-related regulations or pollution control board-related regulations, those respective departments are the ones who know the reason why a particular amendment has come up, what are the pain areas that are being addressed through those amendments. So there, like Pavitra said, we also have cross-functional teams, because only in a collaborative manner will we be able to achieve that most perfect scenario of 100% compliance. Because while they can tell us that yes, these are the pain areas, this circular addresses it in this manner, then we tell them this is a form you have to file and this is a repository you have to keep, this audit gets done, audit clears it. So it runs a full cycle. So while it starts with an amendment, it starts with an enactment. Like, for example, you mentioned about Data Protection Act NAVI. So the applicability, the range of its applicability is differing from industry to industry, from organization to organization. Then our internal processes, how much do they support that? Those can't be uniform. There are certain nuances that we have to face, and accordingly we see that, okay, how do we still address this to ensure that we are compliant with a particular law? So all these things, so we take in partners, we take in experts' views, we take opinions, we attend seminars, webinars, or closed room discussions, study circle meetings, all these things, just to understand what best practices are being applied in various companies and to what extent can we implement them in the organization. So yes, this is a collaborative thing, and it can be achieved only in that. I mean, that's the only way of achieving it. One person, one department cannot drive compliance for the entire organization, that's for sure.